Okay, so this is a Leatherman video. This is a Leatherman Rebar. This is a new one. After almost 25 years, I lost my old Leatherman. It fell out of my pouch, which has also been very trusty. But I finally decided to get one. This I got for $100. It was new, old stock without box, and it definitely feels new. It doesn't open nearly as well as my old one. And all of this, like, you can't use this the way it should be. It needs to slop a bit. So I thought I'd do a quick little video about how to just work these guys in, and how to get stuff happening again. So the way I like to use it is light oil with a Singer sewing machine, and this usually can take a couple of repeated efforts of oiling and then washing it back out with a bit of kerosene. But I'm going to put just a single drop in here, and then a single drop in here, and we're going to just do this for a while. We're going to work it in and out, and then we'll do the same thing with these joints. While I'm doing that, I might let just a little bit of oil. It's like oiling a gun. Don't use too much, just the tiniest bit. This one bottle of oil has lasted me about 20 years too, but we'll work these ones in. Oh geez, that is unwholesomely tight. So what I'd like to do is hook my finger around here and work this in like that as well, until it just sort of works the machine in, or works the freshly machined metal in and gets it going. So we'll work on this for a bit off camera and we'll be back. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do here, I've got this nice and loose. I've worked it all in a bit. Now normally I should, for these little things here, use a proper spline shaft tool. I don't have one, so I'm going to use a pair of pliers and keep my fingers outside the jaws of the pliers, squeeze real firm, and rotate about half a turn here. And that should loosen things up just enough, because these are actually like a screw and a threaded cap in here. They're not rivets. So that allows me to loosen these bits up now that I've got the jaws freeing up. So I can push that out with one, or almost one finger. Need to loosen it up a little bit for my liking. I'll do the same on these two here for a bit. There's one that sticks out further than the others, so you've got to be careful to use the one that sticks out further. But I'll loosen these up just a little bit, just to suit my needs. Now, just double check. This is the tight one. I'm going to take you there for a minute. And you can scratch things up, so if you don't like your Leatherman getting scratched up, probably go find the right tool. I'm probably going to go almost a full turn in this one. You can go back a little bit if you need. Okay, that's a little bit looser. This one was done up pretty unwholesomely tight. Now the reason you keep your finger away from those jaws or anything is if you slip, it's going to take a big chunk out of your finger. Yeah, so that's a little bit too loose for my liking. So we're going to go back just a little bit there. That's not too bad. This other one's pretty firm still. Cool. And this is now loose enough that I can move it with two fingers as well, which is often how I operate it. So we'll continue adjusting and I'll show you what it's like when we're done. Okay, so now we've got it loosely set up. It's not so stiff anymore. Now crucially, if I do this, it's not so stiff now that it hurts my knuckles when I want to fold this up like that. It folds up fairly well. The other thing is that I can hook my thumb in here now and pull these tools out without ripping a thumbnail off, which is kind of nice. Now the thing is, as these wear in over time, you can tighten these back up a bit. Now I'm sure somewhere in the world, or at least in the Leatherman workshop, there is probably a special spline tool to fit these. I don't know what it would exactly be called, but I'm sure there is a special tool to put them in without scratching them. You do run the risk, like me, of scratching these up a little bit or the surrounding area. But the only other thing I want to do is these jaws aren't quite cutting as flush as I'd like. So I'm just going to give them an extra little tighten, which usually there's about a quarter turn or so. You can go, it just squishes a bit of the factory oil out of them and just makes the jaws just mesh that infinitesimally closer. And I need a piece of wire to test these on now. A piece of wire that's more closely what I'd be able to cut with this, and it cuts it beautifully and cleanly now. And I can stick it in this little section here, nick it in two directions, and then strip a wire like that too. So that is going to be perfect for my field uses. It will wear in and get looser over time, and we'll re-oil and wash that out a few times. But you know, any tool like this, the proper care and the proper setup, it'll be right. But yeah, these don't come out of the box quite as good as you'd like, or a little bit too good, I guess. They take a little bit of setup and wearing in. Anyway, we'll leave you with that, and we'll see you next time after I do my thumbnail picture pointing at the Leatherman. We'll see you next time. Hope you had fun.